All right, so we need to betray.
Yeah, we need to betray Luna. Or
Let's do this. I think Luna's with us.
yeah, I don't know, betray somebody.
Luna's with us a lot, isn't she?
She's our personal robot assistant.
Oh no,
What are you
we're
gonna
with
pick
Phi.
this time?
We're gonna hit betray.
Oh wait. Oh right.
No, it's
Right.
oh right. This is the one where Luna's outside, right?
No, because we're
It's us versus dead people, or
who
are we against?
Who
this
are
one?
we against?
I forgot. Oh well.
Keith, we're supposed to play this in 10-minute increments. Clearly, we're
People
gonna
love to have their cake and eat it too with that. Everything that we ever complain about the redundancies of means that the game is supposed to only be played in tiny bursts on the train, but everything that we don't remember is like, why don't you remember absolutely everything all the time? In this game, that's always
this is the only thing we ever forget.
Is
Is like
who's in the rooms.
Who
Yeah.
are in these rooms? Like, I wish you could just pull up a thing and it told you like the score.
Yeah.
You know, like who's in what rooms.
It'd be kind of useful. Like in Danganronpa, you don't forget who's in the court case.
No, because they're all there.
Yeah, they're all there. You can see everything.
Which is usually what you do with your cast. You don't
Yeah.
split your cast apart. Like, that's where the development comes in, you know, when they make that
There
tough
isn't like
decision.
there almost could be like a fighting game, like these people versus that people screen right before
Yeah,
you vote.
like I think it would be more interesting for the characters.
All right, let's go.
Luna, where's Luna? I looked out of the door and ran toward the AV room. I thought she'd entered, but
She was a ghost the whole time.
she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd.
Where is she?
Came out
Where is
when
she?
the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
I mean,
It's because she never went in. I think we've already done that. Never mind. I tried. This is apparently new.
there it was. No, she didn't take it.
Doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
It's like I said before, she probably came back because if she didn't vote, if we didn't make it in time to vote, she'd have to vote or we'd die.
Yes.
Of the Ambidex Game.
But the hole in that logic is that we had her call her.
Right, the results.
The hole there is, of course, that we had her bracelet, which I think you need to vote. But I'm not super sure.
Yes. You have to, because remember we brought
Right.
the bracelet into the room and it's like, wow, there's too many
Right.
cooks.
Yeah, it's like incorrect group. It's like that. Yeah, that confirms that. That also, that creates an interesting problem where if people try to bogart different bracelets that other characters had, like say
You have to
Dio-
leave them outside,
Yeah.
which could be stolen.
Yeah, like when
Which is
Dio's like grabbing up everyone's bracelets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that creates there's a hole in that plan, which is whenever you have to do an AV game.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
There's so many rules. Rules.
Like everyone else is dead.
It's really funny when she's the only person on the screen.
I forgot everyone's dead.
Nya. Thanks, Luna. Die.
Oh, so we get 9.
Yay, Phi, we can leave.
Wait.
Let's go. Fuck you, Luna.
Wait, how does that work? So, because I mean, Luna can't leave because she's robot, but
Yeah,
like,
because her brain's supposed to be in the core, right? So if her body leaves, it'll just leave the range of like her brain.
So
it'll just like.
is us leaving ideal?
You would think Luna would want us to leave.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I was like, I don't know if I mentioned this last time or not, but like, I was like actively just weirded out by Sigma last ending, right? Because Sigma was like, you know how we have the ability to leave? Like, he just decided to stay and presumably die here.
Yeah.
Because he just stayed, like, at best, I could think maybe it's Sigma being like, morphogenetic fields. I'm going to die on purpose to learn information that helps me. But he doesn't say that. And he says everything all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that.
Well, I mean, even Junpei had internal monologues about things that he
Yeah,
was going to do.
he fails to articulate that idea.
You know what's interesting to me is
So
that
like, it's like much like the paradox with Phi before, I can only assume that he's just thoughtlessly doing that for no reason. He just decided to die with Luna for no reason. And then Luna dies immediately, being like, oh wow, this was worth it. Like, now he's just trapped there alone when he had a way out.
I like
And he wasn't even screwing anyone over because Luna's a robot.
I like the idea that that every time a result screen shows up, we get to experience the Russian roulette of what has changed about the characters.
Yeah.
Because every time we go through a results screen, characters just change who they are. Like the whole Alice being like, "Nah, you shouldn't do that. I'm gonna do that." And it's like, what? But
so, an issue I have with this game, Andrew, is that it's
an issue? I've never heard of that.
This is a new one I've never expressed before.
Oh. I'm glad you can still.
I've expressed somewhat similar ones, but not this exact idea, which is that this game is too consistent about giving you an ally and betray choice every single room, no matter what. But we don't have see, in 999, your choice was a room to go into. So it was just about, hey, what escape room do you want to go into? And that's it.
Yeah.
In this game, it's specifically a choice to ally with or betray people. But here's the problem. Sigma is a character. And he has relationships of different kinds with each character in the game.
Yeah.
And so there are literally times where picking one or the other is against his character.
Yeah.
Like, betraying Luna as generally is against Sigma's character, and Sigma himself would be like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know what happened. Whoa, how crazy. And they just don't bother to explain in universe why he did that choice. Which is baffling because they have a conduit for that. Because they could be like, because Sigma could just know about morphogenetic fields and be like, I'm intentionally observing these other outcomes on purpose, despite what I would like to do, so I can learn things and have different outcomes. But he doesn't do that. Instead, he's just like, I don't know what came over me. And he's like baffled by his own decisions like 10 times in this game.
Yeah.
Because they insist on keeping every choice, even though there's no reason he would do that choice. And it's made even weirder by the fact that half the time, those out of character choices don't even lead to new information because he just dies immediately. Because those are often skull endings anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like a fake choice that shouldn't be in the game that breaks the story and also contradicts the character and makes all of the writing weaker while also bloating the game significantly.
I think it's more, what confuses me more is that there are currently, at least what we know of, there's 2 people who guarantee confirm know what morphogenetic fields are.
Santa and Clover. And Alice.
Well, Alice,
she's dead a lot, but she knows about them.
Alice knows it on like a very superficial level.
She knows about it textbook.
Yeah,
but she knows about them.
But those 2 people have experienced it.
Maybe.
Well, we know Clover has.
Do we?
Yes.
I don't know if we know that.
She has said specifically that she has done the morphogenetic field thing.
I can't remember if we've ever had any confirmation of Santa or Clover ever using morphogenetic fields. Just
I don't know
experiments about them.
I don't know if Santa, because technically his sister died when he was a kid.
Santa put massive faith in morphogenetic fields because of his sister experiencing them, and that was their whole plan. But I don't know if he even felt them ever necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he did because his sister died. So I guess that kind of.
Then we have next level confusing stuff, which is that, like, on one level, one interpretation of Clover murdering everybody was that she knew about morphogenetic fields and realized that this was a bad ending and she was ending it so that it wouldn't be the real one. That's arguably why she killed everyone, maybe, but I don't know if even that was fully confirmed. And then meanwhile, we also have the next confusing thing, which is that they used to have transmitters and receivers as a mechanic, and they seem to have thrown that entire idea away and pretended it doesn't exist anymore. And now we're talking about there being powerful espers that like umbrella morphogenetic fields, and then no one around them can do them because they're the more powerful one. But then we have both us and Phi having quote unquote body hopping, as she puts it, in the same scene. But we're supposed to be like shielding each other from it, whoever's the most powerful. And like at this point, they've thrown so many ideas between the rat experiment and the parallel timelines and the umbrella and the transmitters and receivers and so many other mechanics that basically you can explain any occurrence ever, including 100 ones that don't happen in the game, just by calling upon it, whatever combination fits that description, while ignoring all the ones that don't work with it. And it's like, that's getting really hard to follow the story because they can't make up their minds how morphogenetic fields work. And it's just a weird chaos mess.
Wait a second, I just realized something.
What's that?
Why doesn't Phi know who we are?
In which timeline?
This time, every timeline. Why doesn't she know us? Why aren't we friends?
Based on what?
based on Zero Time Dilemma, which we've seen a picture of, which we know has Phi and Sigma in it.
Well, we gotta wait until that game to know.
But it's a prequel.
Yeah, but we gotta wait until that game to know. Because like I've said but multiple times now, Sigma in that game could be K. Or it could be anyone else. And also maybe Phi never canonically learns who K is in this game, or any other of options. Or maybe neither of those are us. Or maybe neither of us are real in this game because we're robots. Or, by the way, it could just be the third game they make in a row that has amnesia. Because the first game... in the first game, 7 has amnesia, and in this game, K has amnesia. They just whenever they need to explain why people don't recognize each other, they just throw in a psychological reason like face blindness or amnesia or some other thing to throw in there.
I will not accept.
We even once again have a character wearing a weird mask in the next game. Because they just lean into the same ideas.
Let's just get on with this shit.
Check.
2-digit number.
Shut up,
Luna
June.
didn't vote,
Stop
she
talking
got
to
set
us.
ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized.
Did they?
Here's some more AV
Skip. I don't need to know how the
5
AV
of
game
them were
works.
dead already, and
I couldn't tell if you
Clark's
decided to
bracelet
stop
is
talking or if you choked.
No. I
That
read
was a mid-syllable hit.
Yeah, because I was reading.
You realized
ahead.
it was the Any
Yeah.
Bunny, which is a thing we've seen so many times that we know which bunny joke they're making in it.
Yeah.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
Has anyone been penalized for not making it to the vote before?
Yes.
When?
Clover and Temioji.
Oh yeah, when they were handcuffed.
Well, that was technically didn't make it to the room. To
yeah.
the next.
Oh yeah, no one's ever been penalized for not making it to the AB room before.
No. Dio's tried to kill everybody by doing
Glad they
it.
made up that mechanic just to make it another weird annoyance.
Keith, we haven't gone to the last route yet. Maybe someone dies in that one.
In the true ending?
Yeah.
That'd be a surprise.
Maybe Luna gets killed by being penalized.
Luna can't live.
Wow, that is racist. Robots can live too.
I mean, she can't leave.
Oh.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I mean, she
I
could.
can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
All according to Keikaku.
A plan for what?
Who knows?
God, I want to hear the Japanese voice acting.
So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
Oh,
I
right.
agree.
I forgot.
I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
That didn't sound very reassuring. I feel like every time she laughs, it's usually like, of course, betray. It's like, ow.
Yeah.
Why did you?
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels.
That's kind of rude.
If this goes this way, this is our second time escaping with Luna. I mean, Phi.
Third.
Third?
Well, I guess you can't count the previous route because we abandoned her.
Yeah, we specifically didn't escape with her.
Yeah.
We just let her go and pretended for a sec, but then not really.
Glad he's still there. Also, I'm glad
poor Cockney bot who was around for
Also,
one
do we know about
bit.
that robot? We have no questions about that robot?
We know that robot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this is the Golem timeline. It's necessary because it's a timeline where we find out that Luna's a robot, so it has to be the same branch. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it is. All the robot stuff. I think both our robot hands and Luna are all in the Golem timelines.
Possibly.
Shit. He's not here either.
This is the last room.
Is it?
Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go? We were standing there trying to decide what to do next when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility.
I can't help but notice, Andrew, didn't we not look for her last timeline?
Yeah, we didn't.
But this time we are looking for her.
Well, we're looking for her as a side note. We're looking for Quark, but if we find
Yeah.
Luna, then it's like, Cool.
But I feel like we didn't bother looking for it at all last time, which is weird. Because it was the same scenario where we can leave.
Well, except we found Quark that time.
Oh, wait, it's even weirder because in that timeline, she could have left with us. As far as we knew.
Yeah.
And we didn't take her with us.
Well,
but in this timeline, she can't come with us, and we are looking for her?
Well, she doesn't have a bracelet with her, remember? So she couldn't leave anyways.
Oh, wait, no, she can leave because she doesn't have a bracelet.
No, she can't pull the lever without a bracelet being present.
Yeah, but she can just come with us.
Well, no. I was just trying to say, like, it's not like she was gonna leave us in the facility. So there wasn't, like, much worry to look for her. Like, normally you would look for her because you're like, oh god, if we don't find her, she could just leave us behind. But she can't.
I guess it's the opposite, actually, of what you're saying.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's more, if she can open the door, you need to get Quark and go as fast as possible because she might leave without you. But if she can't open the door, now you can just wander around as long as you want because nothing matters.
No, and I know, and that's what I'm saying is that when Luna had all 10, we didn't have to worry about, oh god, because we had her bracelet, which she cannot open the number 9 door without. So we could just mosey around and take our time because she isn't going to get out.
Wait, no, this doesn't account for a discrepancy at all because in both timelines we have her bracelet. Shit.
I know, but I think, well, the point...
We always have her bracelet, so there's no difference.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know why there's a difference so much in their behavior. In both cases, they can leave and Luna can't.
Yeah.
And both times they don't know she's a robot.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Fuck.
What?
No, that's not possible.
Yeah, how did that happen?
That's not possible. But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has closed.
Yeah, wait, how did it get opened?
Yeah, I don't know.
You need the bracelet. Otherwise, anybody could just go up and pull the fucking lever.
Yeah, what?
What?
Yeah, explain this. Explain this to me, sir.
What just happened?
This is gonna be where some commenter tells us they're like, technically they never said you needed a 9 to open the door, you just needed a 9 to survive.
I want you to buy a plane ticket.
So they just open the door, but it's just you die if you don't have a 9.
I want you to buy a plane ticket, come visit me, and I'm going to punch you in the face and drown you in a pool. I'm not going to deal with this.
Specifically, they have to pay for it.
Yes, they have to pay for it. I will not tolerate that kind of ridiculous asshole where it's like, well, the rabbit didn't say you had to have a 9.
Let's find out.
It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever.
After all
Back
that,
to the floor A warehouse.
what an infuriating and unsatisfying ending for them to have after all they've been through is
Right.
And then mysteriously the door opens off camera for some reason via something they don't understand, and then that's it.
I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
Or if
We thought she was off.
Or if Luna's just projecting a voice to fuck with us and say to get us to go back.
Yeah.
That'd be a good twist.
Yeah.
With a sigh, I turned to follow.
Because she is a robot, so she could tap into the system and tell it to say the messages.
Yeah, tell June to say things.
Well, yeah.
It's weird knowing it's June, right?
It's more weird that, like, Santa and Clover don't know it's June.
She doesn't sound like June.
Well, I mean, I don't
Like
know if
at
it's
all.
even the same voice actress.
Probably not, but I mean, like, it's the age difference makes the voice.
Not how voices work.
Kind of is.
Kind of not. June was an adult when 999 happened.
Yeah, but your voice does change with age.
To that extent, she literally doesn't sound like even remotely close to her old self.
Have you seen their age difference? I mean, I listen to my grandma talk, and she's got the scrabbly grandma voice.
But that's not how she sounds.
I'm like, she didn't have a grandma voice when she was fucking 17.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Do you have video proof?
Yes, actually, they had video when all old people had videos too.
No, they didn't.
We're not that early in the videography days and shit.
They only have flip books.
People's voices change a lot.
I feel like it didn't change to that extent though. She just like she doesn't even have any like high tone to it.
I mean, she's not going to be like 70 years old and still be talking like, Junpei, what are we gonna
No,
do?
but she should
'Cause
still
that's what
have
she
more.
sound like.
She should still have like a decent amount of high pitchness to her voice. Not that high; it would be toned down a bit, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't lose all your tone. That's like
Well, there's also the infantilization aspect, or whatever you want to call it, where like you have the Japanese girls that are like hopping around and squealing high-pitched voices and shit like that, whereas like when they're older and doing something more serious, they literally would be doing something different with their voice entirely.
I guess.
Like it's like Carissa when she's in fucking anime mode as opposed to being a human, and the difference of voice there, plus the addition of 60 years. Like she's being like, I am doing an official announcement voice, as opposed to like, you know, yatta, like jumping around and like that kind of voice, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I guess.
I don't know what to call it, but that's a thing. Like there's a tone of voice that shows up in anime a lot that is not what humans do.
I feel like every tone of voice in anime
hyper-emoting.
is not what humans do.
No, there's plenty of them that are voices. They're like animated. They're played up, but like there's a specific like the anime girl voice, which you also see in Japanese media with live action stuff too, which is like the high pitched squealing, yelling stuff.
Yeah.
That's like a whole different.
And
like,
again, I'm not saying it needs to be high. I'm just saying it needs to have like the hint of, you know, like there needs to be that little bit. Like it doesn't need to be squealing. It needs to be a toned down version of her high voice, which it's not. It sounds like they literally hired a 40-year-old woman to do the voice.
I don't know.
And
well, I mean, she probably was always a 40-year-old woman.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like she
I don't
is
know.
a 40-year-old
She might be the
woman.
same actress. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
have
can't
no
look it
idea.
up because if I look it up, I'm gonna be fucked on spoilers.
Whether it's the same voice actor.
Yeah.
You think the voice actor would be a spoiler?
No, I'm saying if I go to the official wiki page, which has her voice
Oh
actress.
no, I always check IMDb for that stuff.
Oh,
There's literally no additional information listed anywhere.
that's such a pain because I
Yeah,
have
'cause
to
you have
check.
to search. You have to go scroll past all the Japanese voices to get to the English
Yeah,
ones.
plus you have to also check 999 and Virtue's Last Reward and do it on both. Whereas if you just go to the wiki, you'll say like voice by blah
Yeah.
blah blah in which game.
Hey, look, Sigma's saying something stupid.
I thought. Oh,
We can't just look at the door and tell if it was open or not.
I think I said that
now
already.
Fia's gonna be like, yeah, but if it's been opened before, then we can't open it. Stupid. God, why don't you listen to the rules, Sigma?
Sigma
True.
Baka.
But the projection should tell us.
That's not what I thought they were gonna say at all.
Luna and Quark escaped.
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered.
Have we ever seen this screen before?
No.
Like, this is a new screen they've never
Yeah.
shown us, right? And they're like, yeah, you know, the screen that tells us exactly what we need to know in this scenario, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right. Wait. Problem. Why does it count Luna?
What do you mean? Why does it count Luna? Why wouldn't it count
This
Luna?
game tracks us via our bracelets.
I'm more
Luna left on foot with no bracelet. Quark left with his bracelet because that's how they opened the doors. Quark has a 9.
No,
right?
because his bracelet was taken off of him.
I think Quark's bracelet. I think Luna might have had Quark's bracelet. I don't think we had it
Well, I don't
I
think,
think
he. No,
we
he
only-
didn't,
'cause
he
we
didn't
all-
have a 9, did he?
because he might have had a 9.
There's no way he could have had a 9 because on the results screen it shows a like a dead man face.
He still could have had a 9 on top of that, though,
I
right?
thought that maybe.
They've never established a 9 that being penalized gets rid of your number necessarily.
I guess.
In fact, I think didn't we confirm that we still have Luna's bracelet?
Yeah,
Even
but
though
remember
even
Luna
though
didn't
she-
get penalized.
You're right. Luna has like a
That's
5.
the thing. We don't know. There's so many
I
fucking
don't know.
variables.
There's
I don't
still
know.
more rules and
Like,
technicalities we don't know. You're
So
right.
you can open the door with one bracelet, but 2 people can go through because it registered she left.
That's
like
see,
you're
that's
saying.
that's my problem
Yeah.
is that Luna does not have her bracelet, which is why she can leave without being penalized, is because it only penalizes you via the bracelet that already fell off.
Yes.
And both these people basically died and came back. That's why they don't have bracelets. And if Quark has a 9, I could see them escaping with hers. But then why doesn't it just say Quark escaped?
Yeah.
Why does it say Luna escaped if the way of tracking Luna has not escaped? Unless they have another way of tracking people, but then that even suggests that that means that the computer system allowed Luna to escape. Because why would it, like, if Luna was in there, wouldn't it still trigger Luna's bracelet to penalize Luna for trying to escape? If it could track her and then not count her as a successful participant under the assumption that she died?
Yeah, wait, she can't be a successful participant if she didn't have 10, which she doesn't.
In Sigma's pocket, Luna's bracelet should be trying to stab somebody right now.
Oh my god, you're right. Jesus, it should be trying to kill somebody.
Yeah, like we have Luna's bracelet, it should be trying to penalize her. But instead, it's like you escaped. I don't know. I feel like this is some weird things are being contradicted or subverted or
some crazy ass pull.
And I don't know if we're gonna get an answer either.
I wasn't ready for. Oh, at the end, are you?
He's back.
Oh my god! Why did you come back?
And Zero Junior appeared.
Well. Long time no see, Ro.
Oh, I didn't miss you.
Old pal Zero?
You.
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened.
Wait, did you literally not? Did you say hoping and not hopping? You can't
they really
even,
missed that chance, didn't they?
You can't even be consistent with your own shitty joke.
They didn't say hopping or hoppened. They missed both chances to put a rabbit thing into this thing.
You actually call yourself a writer. I'm not okay with this.
I like that this is such a baffling ending that they had to resurrect Zero, a character that never shows up in any of the endings, just to try to explain it.
This is the author basically putting himself in the game.
This is the only ending so far where Zero has come to explain what the ending means.
Yeah.
Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 411. Aren't you happy?
Wait, would 411 actually be translatable? Because I don't think Japanese people use 411.
No, I think that's localization.
But
just like all the rabbit puns are localization.
But
like Hoppy here.
But
they remembered Hoppy.
But wouldn't saying 411 give away where you are relative to your location? Because by saying 411,
they're just saying an English thing to the English audience. I don't think it's a giveaway of anything.
Stories are about immersion. Please immerse me. Please stop.
I think this is exclusively a you thing to question the 411 part.
Look, man, if people can tell me, if they just hand wave away crap that's clearly a problem, I can bring in crap that's clearly not a problem.
I don't think anyone's going to take issue with the slang.
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how does she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yep.
But didn't he get penalized after the 3rd round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life. The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
Okay. Curious question. Why is that relevant?
Yeah, why create a mechanic where somebody can escape after they've lost?
Yes. Why would you do that except for the idea that this ending could happen?
Yeah.
That's the only reason that you would ever allow the numbers after a penalize to exist, because you wanted to be.
It's literally it's a rule that only exists to make the game break.
This is like the Q thing all over again.
Like, it's actually a little bit worse, because the Q has at least a twist built inside the game that was bullshit.
Well, it's a twist.
This one is literally... This one is straight up like a subversion of the game itself built into its rules.
This was not, excuse me, this was not part of the initial rule set that you gave us in broken fragments over the course of like several hours.
No, yeah, this
like you're giving us more rules at the end of the game.
You know how every time we do a certain vote and because somebody tells us to, and then they're like, well, actually, I didn't say that. Yeah. Well, now everyone's dead, so Zero has to. Now Zero's like, well, actually, the points don't go away when you die.
You know what? I appreciate that. I'm really glad that the game wanted to...
Everyone gets a turn to kick us when we're done.
Yeah, I'm glad the game wanted one last chance to kick us in the mouth.
Cast. Yep. Remember when we saved Alice and her response was to kill us?
Remember when we started this game, we were like, man, it's probably gonna be worse than 999. We were right.
No, you were right. I said the opposite.
You did?
Yeah, well, not probably. I was hoping it would be better because, I mean, who wouldn't hope?
Who wouldn't hope?
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Thanks, Spy. Thanks for the always fitting response to our discussions.
Somehow we are better writers than the writer is a better writer.
Maybe we have morphogenetic fields.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
Wait. How do you know she's a golem?
Maybe we're remembering from the timeline.
But that timeline is literally happening right now.
That's not how that works.
But I'm saying, like,
That's not how that works, though.
this is but
That was just being not how that works because we see ourselves blowing up at the beginning of the game once.
but then why don't you ever
We can see the
remember
future.
the previous choices in the other timelines that you make that
Because the writing's lazy, and it would be a lot of work, so they just don't. I'll agree with you on that. Like that's a problem I have with the game is that they remember shit whenever the fuck the writer feels like it.
Yeah.
So as a result, because this game has so many branching paths, and we spend so much time learning stuff that the characters will then not know for the entire game, it's like we're playing as 7. We're playing as a character like 7, where the entire game is just at the whim of the writer when we'll remember something. And we have all the information we need, but that information will just stay locked up for the entire game until whenever we hit the room where we suddenly remember something arbitrarily. And even then, it's selective at best. We'll remember like one thing for some reason that one time. It gives the writer free reign.
No, stop.
It gives the writer infinite free reign to make up whatever the fuck they want.
Stop.
What?
Roll it back. We already knew she was a golem because we opened the computer and the computer told us that she was a golem.
In this timeline?
Yes, in this timeline before we made the decision at the voting booth. I'm sorry, I rescind that statement. I forgot that we did that because it's really hard to remember.
It's so fucking hard to remember where we are.
I forgot that, yeah, because remember we opened, because I looked at the top and the unit details, like, that's the password, or that's the username we put in. And I was like, oh, right, we went on the computer and the computer told us about Luna. And then we went to the voting booth and then we saw her and we were like, oh, robot. And then she left. And then, yeah, so, okay, we knew that she was a golem, but how is this relevant? Let's continue.
It is relevant because they were talking about her being penalized. You didn't read the line, so I just eventually skipped it.
I did read it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, then you know how it's relevant because you just said it.
I didn't contextualize it because it's Zero Juniors there and I kind of just tune out.
All right, I think my tale is through.
Yeah, this is why I tune out. That's like...
Yeah, she speaks.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
What? Are you... Look, I want to...
You.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
Like...
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that. 6 people just died.
Holy fuck. Say the thing. Just say it. Just explain the thing.
So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us.
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures? She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it?
But she can't come with us because her AI is in the core. She's not even a real contestant.
You see? It's all about you.
She's not real. Like, even if you're like AI or real people or whatever, like, she's not a real contestant at the very least, because a real contestant can win the prize.
Oops, sorry.
Playing audio at us, you monster.
I don't know what happened.
Like, she's inherently not a real contestant because she can't have the prize, which is leaving. That's the whole prize.
She can't have
that
the
means
prize.
she's like a bad faith contestant to begin with, so it doesn't matter if we betray her, especially since she can't die.
Haven't Haven't you thought about how sad you made Luna?
I don't give a shit. Luna should understand that that was the most ethically clear reason to betray someone ever, is knowing that they can't be hurt by the thing.
We can't really hurt
There's no
Luna.
reason not to betray her.
Yeah, we can't really hurt Luna because one, she can't die from penalization.
Yeah, in fact,
goes
she
back.
already died and came back.
Yeah, and two, we can't, or she, by all accounts, she can't leave anyways, so like, it's not as if she's coming with us.
Yeah.
But apparently we were wrong
The most
about
you can
that.
do is destroy her body, at which point she just retracts back to the core. In fact, she's always in the core.
Yeah.
Because they said that the AI is always in the core, and they just like, essentially like Wi-Fi connect to these bodies to control them. So it's just a body she's using.
What?
Looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Is it? You literally have infinite time, like you're an AI stuck inside of a facility.
Yeah, in fact, we're the only people we can talk to forever.
Yeah, I don't know what you
So
mean.
I think Zero's dead too.
Wait. I still have questions for her.
I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it.
Where you're mad that Luna, like, fucked you over?
Snake? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't
The fuck is she?
I learned to make sure to value my time.
The tortoise and the hare.
I'll see you with a Thea.
That's not.
A nice trader.
Can't wait to read the document about the exciting lore behind all those different phrases they use when they say
I
goodbye.
swear to God, if all of those different phrases have an actual purpose to the main story, I'm
I will be mad.
die.
For a few long moments, fine, I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic? And why? We had no idea who killed everyone, and Zero Senior's identity, as well as the purpose of the Nonary game, remained a mystery.
A mystery.
As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking.
And we'll just pry the walls open until we get a way out.
Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose.
Game over. Meaning they never discovered anything, because otherwise we would see it and then it would be used in the other ending, because it's really important information. Think about that. We have a timeline where Phi and Sigma hang out forever, potentially, in order to discover the secret behind why they were here and what the evil people plan is, or how to escape and everything. And that information never reaches us in the other timelines. Because it can't, because they didn't show it here. So, like, they wouldn't call it to something that happened off camera. So, like, that's... Yay! They're literally on a mission to discover stuff, and we'll never know what it was. Bip-bip-bip-a-doop-boop.
Ooh, 71 hours.
Yeah, we did it. Now we're gonna beat the game, Andrew.
God, it's the
Are you
victory
excited?
lap!
One more escape room hiding in there.
Maybe 12. I don't care. I hope they're all escape rooms, because that's better than fucking story.
I mean, on average, it is. There's been some bad escape rooms.